Zoom. But yeah, we are on YouTube. So any of the classes that I record are available on YouTube shortly after that. So you can just search us, Elevated Fitness Studio, and find any of the classes that we have done so far. You guys can go ahead and just find a comfortable seat. Hi, thanks for coming to class. My name is Rachel. I know all of you guys. So many of you probably know, because I have talked about this a little bit, that I recently decided to really stop doing online coaching, online wellness coaching. I was doing that for a few years, and I really just decided to put all my focus on training and yoga. So instead of trying to juggle 3 businesses, I decided to focus on 2. And so I scaled back. And instead of feeling badly, like I couldn't really get through the massive to-do list that I had given myself, I decided to just let go of those things in order to expand in my true passions. And as humans, we grow accustomed to feeling really badly, don't feel well. We kind of continue that cycle of not feeling well. But what about feeling good? We're feeling great. How do we learn to increase our capacity for success here on our yoga mat and out in our life? So I'll give that little tidbit for you to kind of chew on, to take with you onto your mat. And we'll start in child's pose, your knees out wide. Your big toes will come to touch. Sink your hips back towards your heels. And if you have blocks, you can always use them for that negative space. Yes, Matthew, underneath the forehead, I love that. Or underneath your chest. And just begin to focus on your breath here without changing anything at this moment. Just beginning to notice, allowing your breath to fill you up. And then allowing yourself to let go. And in having so many different things on my plate, in the last year, I lost my practice, my yoga practice, only to find it again. And in this rediscovery, yoga transformed my outlook from a fearful one into an optimistic one. It became a vehicle through which I removed self-imposed limitations. It was also a practice that taught me discipline, power, and grace. Pose by pose, breath by breath, I embraced my growing capacity for success through my yoga practice. And then that filtered out into other parts of my life. So my intention for you in this class is to increase your awareness for your own growing capacity for success, not just here on your yoga mat, but that is our starting place. With just a little bit of effort, sneak your left arm underneath your right armpit, threaded needle child's pose. Reach your right hand to the top of your mat. You might kind of spider tip your fingers up, maybe even lifting your forearm from your mat. Breathe in, breathe out through center, back to child's pose. Just a moment here. And now sneak your right arm underneath your left armpit. You might find that same lift through your fingertips. Stretch your hips back towards your heels. Breathe in, breathe out. Come back through center. Inhale, tabletop pose. Hands and knees, shoulders stack over your wrists. Hips over your knees. Pull your belly to your spine. Send your tailbone towards the back edge of your mat as you send the crown of your head towards the top. Exhale. Inhale, cow pose. Breathe, drop your belly, take your gaze up. And exhale, cat pose. Round in. Pull your belly to your spine. Breathe in, cow pose. Drop your belly, take your gaze up. And exhale, cat pose. Round in. Take a few rounds of this breath to movement. Allow anything organic to happen here, as this is your first posture of investigation of your body, this body that you brought to your mat today. Yes, Betsy, C shapes from side to side, or maybe rolling out through your hips. Just beginning to notice, what are the sensations that you're feeling in your body? Take some note of them without judgment, without criticism. Begin to mirror your movements from front to back, side to side. Exhale, back to a neutral tabletop pose. Inhale, fire hydrant. Lift your right leg out to the side. And exhale, kick your heel up towards the sky. Take this down in a circle, fire hydrant circles. Just 3 in this direction. You begin to notice that you're pouring your weight into your left hip. Draw it back through center. And then after your 3rd circle, just switch directions. Thinking of your knee as if it was a tip of a marker. You're drawing the biggest circle that you can. Breathe in and breathe out. Tabletop pose. Inhale, fire hydrant pose. 2nd side, lift your knee straight out from your hip. Flex through your lifted foot. Breathe in. Breathe out. Kick your heel towards the sky. Draw your knee in towards your chest and finish that big circle off. 3 circles in that direction. Love the option for the block underneath the knee, ladies. Good, and then switch your directions. Draw your weight back through center if you're pouring it over to the right. Breathe in, breathe out, tabletop pose. Stay for an inhale. Exhale, child's pose. We'll move through a little back bending series. Breathe in, come forward. Exhale, back bend. Breathe, bend through your elbows. Option to lift your feet towards the sky or to take a more of a cobra posture. Breathe in, breathe out, child's pose. 2 more times. Inhale, come forward, back bend. And exhale, push back, child's pose. 1 more time. Inhale, come forward, bend through your knees or keep them down. And exhale, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop pose. Exhale, high plank pose. Stay for your breath in. Breath out, downward facing dog. Pedal through your feet, or maybe stillness is what your body is calling for today. Maybe you come to the mounds of your feet and then melt your heels towards the earth. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Breathe. Feet as wide as your mat, maybe even wider here. Allow your torso to hang heavy. Tuck your chin to your chest. Capture a block, place it between your face and the floor. Exhale, release your left hand to your block. Inhale, ragdoll with a twist. Breathe, open up to the right. Lift up on your left hip to bring your hips back through neutral. Breathe in. Breathe out. Replace your right hand with your left. Breathe in, ragdoll with a twist. Second side. Hug up on your right hip to draw your hips back through center. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Toe heel your feet towards one another. Hip width distance or big toes to touch. Inhale, mountain pose. Breathe. Ground down through your feet. Engage through your quadriceps. Pull your belly to your spine. Breathe in. Breathe out, standing half moon to your right. Breathe. Steeple Mudra is my favorite here. You can also capture your left wrist. Roll your left shoulder back in space. Option to take your gaze to your left elbow. Exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, standing half moon to your left. Breathe. Lift up and out through your hips. Roll your right shoulder back in space. Exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Change here. Exhale, mini back bend. Breathe. Send your hips towards the front edge of your mat. Cactus your elbows. Cradle your heart with your shoulder blades. Exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now we marry those two together. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, standing half moon to your right. Inhale through center. Exhale to your left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, optional mid plank pose. Bend through your elbows. Great option to take this from your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog or your version of a back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Breathe. Bend your elbows, or rather your knees. Sink your hips back as if you're sitting in that tiny little chair. Big toes closer than your heels. Very nice. Great adjustments, you guys. Inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. Breathe. Hinge forward. Draw your belly button over your knees. Externally rotate through your hands. Mat, drop your booty. Yep, lower than your chest. Exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach up with the back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your left leg. Breathe. Option to have blocks here. We like to make this pose real hard and complicated, but it's just a standing forward fold on one leg. Breathe in. Breathe out, low lunge. Pivot your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Breathe. Back heel down, foot at a 45-degree angle. Sometimes for warrior one, you need to take a wider stance here. Warrior one was made by 13-year-old male monks, so their hips were obviously different than our hips. Breathe in. Breathe out, warrior two. Open up. Sink into your front leg. Glue the outer edge of your back foot down. Draw your belly button towards the right side of the room. Your gaze over your front middle finger. Exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Breathe. Stay low and engaged in your front leg. Back arm is active, whether it's down your back leg. I like a bind along my front side body. There's also a back side body. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe. Hinge forward. Use the leverage in your right arm to rotate open in space. Stack your left lung on top of your right. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Use your core through center. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your left foot to meet your right. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, mountain pose with your back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your left leg, your right. Extend out of your lifted leg. Dial your toes down to the back edge of your mat. Breathe in, breathe out, low lunge. Pivot your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Breathe. Mountain through your upper body. Pull your right hip back in space. Forward in space and pull back on your left. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Open, sink into your front leg. Drop your sassy back hip. We all got that sassy back hip. Reach your hands long away from one another. Breathe out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Breathe. Stay low and engage in your front leg. Lift up and out through your left side body. Plug your left arm bone back into the socket. Breathe in. Breathe out. Extended side angle. Use all of that length that you just found on your left side body. Yeah, Josie, bend into your left leg. There you go. Rotate open in space. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Use your core. Draw your shoulders up through center. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, mid plank pose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Each time you come to your mat, you are invited to acknowledge the new insights you have gained from your life experience. From this vantage point, you can choose to embrace more love, more creativity, and more possibility in your life. And increasing your awareness is the first step to making changes in your life. We flow our sun salutation, letter B, breath to movement. Exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, mountain pose with your back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Pivot your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two, through center. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, halfway lift, step your foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, mountain pose with your back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Step it back. Pivot your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Open up, beautiful yogis. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Use your core through center. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, mountain pose with your back bend. Open up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Pivot your back foot down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Nice, Betsy. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two through center. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Nice job, Mike. Inhale, standing splits. Whoops, excuse me, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, mountain pose with your back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Step it back. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Here's a change. Inhale, single leg mountain. Left leg lifts. Breathe. Ground down into your big toe mat. Draw your shoulders over your hips. Flex your foot so it's underneath your knee. Knee out in front of your hip. Breathe in. Breathe out, standing figure four. Hands through heart center. Begin to bend into your standing leg. Think single leg chair pose here. Flex through your lifted foot. Hug up through your left glute. Exhale. Inhale, single leg mountain. Exhale, airplane pose. Like you're moving through water. Send your torso over the edge of your mat. Think up dog in your chest. Energy lifted out of your lifted foot. Breathe in. Breathe out, standing splits. Release your hands to your blocks. Maybe you choose to challenge yourself and grab one hand to an ankle, or maybe both hands to test your balance here. Breathe in. Breathe out, pyramid pose. Step your left foot about halfway back on your mat. Back heel is down. Blocks are a great option here to find that lift through your torso. Take your left thumb and hook it into your left hip flexor to pull this hip back in space. Exhale. Inhale, step your left foot back, low lunge. Exhale. Inhale, crescent lunge. Breathe. Back heel over the mound of your back foot. Bend through your back leg. Pull your right hip back in space as you press your left hip forward. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands through heart center. Inhale, hinge forward, straighten through your back leg. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge, and breathe. This is my favorite time and place to drop down to my back knee. So I can really just focus on that one thing that I'm doing, which is the twist. Instead of trying to juggle the balance and the twist and the different positions I hold in my life, this allows me to move mindfully, to enjoy the process. With each inhale, find that little bit of length, and then with each exhale, find that little bit of depth. Breathe in. Breathe out, runner's lunge. Plant your hands to the inside of your front foot. Shimmy this foot forward to the top right corner. And also place a block underneath your back knee or block underneath your hands. Lots of things you can do here. You can find a quadricep stretch. You can even just bend through your back leg. Point your toe. That lights up my quad pretty good. Just like that. Yeah. Point your toe. Yeah. Very good. There are 4 main limiting beliefs that prevent you from greatness. And I'm just going to tell you 2 here on this side, and I'll save the other 2 for the other side. Number 1, I am imperfect. Feeling of being fundamentally flawed. I am unreliable. Feeling tied to relationships. Any success you have means that you have abandoned those you love. I'll just finish them off. I am a burden. More success will weigh you down. You shy away from achievement. And I shine too brightly. If you embrace your gifts, you will take away light from others. Those are the 4 main limiting beliefs that hold us back from our own greatness. Slowly begin to rebuild to your hands. Shimmy your right foot to the center of your mat. Prepare for low lunge. Lift off your back leg, your back heel. Exhale. Pivot your back foot down. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Breathe. Hinge forward. Again, find the leverage in the back of your right hand to rotate open in space. Imagine you're standing between 2 panes of glass. Exhale. Inhale, star pose, get big. Parallel your feet to the edges of your mat. And exhale, horse pose. Heels come in, toes go out. Great option to bring your hands to the inner thighs. You can take shoulder dips here, or you can find your hands through heart center. But begin to even yourself out. Exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, single leg mountain, right leg lifts. Breathe. Lift your right ankle underneath your right knee. Knee out in front of your hip. Lean your shoulders forward, over your hips. Breathe in. Breathe out, standing figure four. Breathe. Flex through your lifted foot. Sink down into your hips. Think about that single leg chair pose here. Lift up on your right glute. Exhale. Inhale, single leg mountain. Exhale, airplane pose, like you're moving through water. Send your right foot straight back behind you. Find a lift through your chest. Breathe in. Breathe out, standing splits. Another option here, another opportunity to test your balance. Maybe you simply take your gaze back past your knee, or maybe you take one hand to your ankle. Maybe the other hand, breathe in, breathe out, pyramid pose. Feet are on separate train tracks. Sometimes for some people, a 45-degree foot, back foot feels good. For me, both my feet facing forward feels nice. Blocks. Take your left thumb here. Hook it back into your left hip flexor to pull this back in space. Exhale. Step your back foot back to low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Back heel over the mound of your back foot. Pull back on your left hip. Press your right hip forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands through heart center. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, revolved crescent lunge. Breathe. Right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Press your hands towards heart center. Nice, Josie. Yeah, girl. With each inhale, find that little bit of length. And then with each exhale, find that little bit of depth. It might simply be your gaze, but where your gaze goes, your energy flows. So in a twist, we're rinsing out, we're detoxing. Good job, Charlotte. Take a breath in. Breath out, runner's lunge. Shimmy your left foot forward. Find what you need on this side and just know that your sides from left to right are just like our eyebrows, right? They are sisters or brothers, right? Not twins. Love the quad stretch on this side, and if you did take it on the other side, I would recommend taking it on this side just to get that nice juicy stretch. Increasing your awareness is the first step to moving and making changes in your life. You know the hidden barriers to success, those self-limiting beliefs, and now comes the process of removing those ideas. Slowly begin to rebuild to your hands. Tuck your back toes, find a low lunge. Pivot your back heel down, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Breathe. Hinge forward. Roll your shoulders back in space so that they are in line with your hips. Exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse pose. Here for just one breath. Breathe in, star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, high plank pose. And exhale, chaturanga dandasana. This is your last chaturanga of class. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, drop to your knees. Make your way down to your seat. Prepare for Janu Sirsasana. Right foot to the inside, kind of like a seated tree pose. Flex your toes back towards your face. Draw your shoulders towards your toes. Inhale. Exhale, Janu Sirsasana. Fold forward over your straight leg. By moving mindfully, enjoying the process, you expand the capability of your body to perform at a higher level. But you also expand your tolerance for overall goodness in your life. With your inhale, draw your shoulders up over your hips. Plant your right hand back behind you. Inhale, lift up, little baby back bend. This doesn't have a yoga pose name, just feels good. And exhale, release yourself down. Capture your right knee, plant it to the outside of your left foot, Marichyasana letter C. For some of us, we may be able to bend that bottom leg. And for others, we'll just keep that straight. But both sits bones on the earth. Right hand back behind you. Take a breath in and exhale, put your left elbow onto your right knee. Also an option to give yourself a great big bear hug. Sometimes that's a little bit deeper twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release. Little counter twist to your left. Prepare for Janu Sirsasana, second side. Left foot to the inside, part of your thigh. Chest dials towards your flexed toes. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Draw your chin towards your chest. If you're willing to adopt a playful attitude towards yourself and your perceived shortcomings, you can make extraordinary progress. Draw your chest over your hips. Release your left hand back behind you. Inhale, reach up, baby back bend. And exhale, release down. Draw your left knee into your chest. Plant it over to the outside. Maybe you tuck that leg in. Maybe it stays straight. Left hand is your second spine, nice and tall. Take a breath in, and then twist. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe in through center, little counter twist to your right. And exhale, release your legs long. And then take yourself all the way down to your back. Your arms can reach forward for a little bit of extra core work, nice mat. And release yourself all the way down. Draw your right knee into your chest. Give it a little love, a little squeeze here, and find supine twist. Roll to your left side. Your right knee makes its way over your body. For myself, it seemed when I let go of something I held onto so tightly, that then those things, those passions of mine that I had maybe put on the back burner had begun to flourish. And I don't think that it's a coincidence when we start to dial in our awareness into what truly brings us joy, that we start to expand our capacity for that success. Come back through center, switch out your left knee for your right, and then find your supine twist on your second side. For each one of us, the capacity for success is endless. And we can enjoy more satisfaction, more abundance, more creativity when you, A, recognize any limitations, B, prepare yourself to receive more greatness, and to C, remain flexible as to how your success will arrive. I never dreamed that this would be my life. But here we are. I wake up so grateful. I leave work so grateful. Not just for my business, but for the people that it includes. Make your way back through the center of your mat. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. And find a little moment of gratitude for this body, for the success that you have here on your mat, and also for when you take it off of your mat. Take a breath in and a breath out. Release into your Shavasana. Allow your legs to take up space. Your palms can face the sky to receive energy. Or if you want a more grounding experience, place your hands on your body. Let go of your conscious thought. And trust that I will be here to bring you back when it is time. part your teeth, part your lips, take a breath in. And audible exhale the stale air. Bring back movement into your fingers and your toes. Reach your arms over your head for a long body stretch. And draw your hands down into heart center. We'll close class here on our backs, and I leave you with this quote from Gay Hendricks. And they say, your capacity expands in small increments each time you consciously let yourself enjoy the money you have, the love you feel, and the creativity you are expressing in the world. As your capacity for enjoyment expands, so does your financial abundance, the love you feel, and the creativity you express. Take this with you off of your mat and bring your yoga to life. Draw your thumbs up to third eye center, the space between your eyebrows, the seat of your intuition. The teacher, the student, the light and love within me sees and honors the teacher, the student, the light and love within each of you. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in this practice. We close as we say namaste. Good job, you guys. Yay. Oh, thank you guys so much. Happy Thursday. So questions for my Thursday peeps is that I am potentially thinking about turning Thursday into gentle and restorative. Like I would probably be doing a gentle class and then a full restorative class. Give me some feedback. You guys can think about it. Let me know, shoot me a text whenever. But just some thoughts as we are moving into the next month, how we can do better, what we can do different. So yeah, you guys let me know what you think. Mull it over. Give me some feedback. Okay, thank you. Hey, you're welcome. Bye, Mike.